Hey everybody, my name is Derek Lacrone, and this is my capstone presentation for the CSUS, the Sac State College of Continuing Education Professional Sales Certificate Program. That is quite a mouthful. Anyways, yeah, so sales. Sales has kind of a negative association with some people when you bring up the word sales, and it's truly unfortunate. I find that very unfortunate because really the way I look at almost anything is that it could be a sales process. You know, if you're asking someone to spend the rest of their lives with you or their life, hopefully they might have multiple lives. I don't know. But if you're asking them to spend the rest of their life with you on this earth, then that's a sale. That's a pretty strong sale too. If you're filling out a college application, you're selling yourself, even though it's on paper. Through it could be a persuasive argument to this college and saying, hey, I'm worthy of being a student there. Or if it's a prospective employer, someone that's looking to hire you, you are selling yourself and your abilities, to this company or to this person, saying, hey, look at me, I'm worth it. Shake my hand and hire me. When can I start? So one of the reasons that one of the really big things that I wanted to accomplish through this class was developing tools to be consistent. And I'm also a firm believer in what's called what I assign the title, the theory of the proven method. And I'm sure I got that from somewhere. But basically, the theory of the proven method says that, anytime we try to just do everything ourselves and learn from scratch, we can only go to 100% of what we know or what we can learn. There are only so many hours in the day. We only have so many resources, mentally, physically, whatever, emotionally, and so if we try to learn everything ourselves, we're going to hit a ceiling much faster than if we acquire knowledge from other places. And so this class for me was, I wanted it to be a place where I can go and acquire knowledge and learn from people that have experience, knowledge, skills, um, and really just learn and boost my personal skill set faster than if I try to learn everything on my own. And that would help with consistency, because if I'm encountering new problems and I don't have any tools to help with those new problems, then I have to go through them maybe once, twice, who knows how many times. So having these skills helped me actually to recognize new problems as they were appearing and deal with them instead of having to go and develop tools after the fact when it may have been too late, or the opportunity had already passed. So, um, uh, yes, I guess everybody in the class knows already that I'm a publisher. Here are a couple of things that have been nice to accomplish over the last, the course of the class and a little bit beyond that. But it's the first time I ever got one of those big checks, and not from the publisher's clearinghouse or a random lottery, but it was earned, which is really nice, and a couple of awards here, and then a passport. Because by the time you guys are seeing this, I'll already be packed, and I might already be heading out. Hopefully, I'm in class, but heading out to the Caribbean for Florida and the Caribbean for a little bit. So that'll be nice. And so yeah, really, I just want to talk about how the class has helped me. What my challenges or hurdles were, and how the class has helped me overcome that, overcome some of them, and provide tools going forward that will continue to help, I believe. Just right off the get-go, from working with Tracy in the introduction class and learning about EQ and where I stood, there's so much research that just shows that higher EQ is associated with a higher level of success, and I really believe that to be true, especially after going through the class and learning, what I was able to learn in the various classes, and then we jump right into working with Carrie for the art and science of sales. And uh, one thing that I didn't realize I was struggling with until I read the predictive index was kind of accepting some of my own personality traits I was trying to bottle up during the sales process. And looking at the predictive index and just the way it was spun and worded really helped helped me to come to a good understanding. And I have a background in psychology, and so I'm very aware of human behavior and personality profile types and everything. But the predictive index is such a powerful tool and a unique tool from what I've seen in the past. And so, using that and also sharing other people's predictive index, getting to know other people helped build an awareness of why others may do things the way they do them, and understanding that it's not necessarily a conflict, but it's a communication style or it's a personality style. And also helps to, if you choose to look at weaknesses that could be improved in yourself. So that was a fantastic class, and talking about features and benefits. All those things were tools, and there were many others. I'm just choosing a few here that helped me to go through and move through the workday in a more clear and concise manner, and react quicker, and make decisions faster. So those are very powerful things. And then going into a class with Matt Anderson for the sales process. One big thing there that I think was really helpful was I was also a little challenging because I was very set in the way I like to ask questions and how I like to do things, and it was a little uncomfortable at first, but emotional versus transactional statements. So, while a transactional statement may work, how can it work better? Maybe by making it an emotional statement or question. So that was really nice, being able to implement knowledge from that into my own personal needs assessment that I do with clients or prospective clients, and just in communication in general. Is a very powerful tool, and great to have that education to be able to go out and apply it. And then, Tim, and going over negotiations. I still carry that card with me. It's either in my breast pocket or in my wallet, and there are pieces on there that stick with me more than others, and that I find myself sitting, in a negotiation process with somebody, and reminding myself that this is not a conflict. It's simply communicating my desires and communicating their desires. And not only does that help during the process, but I had a recent event come up where I'm not even sure why the person met with me, other than just to get me to go away eventually. But it could have been potentially, a very heated exchange. And instead, reviewing my card and having it fresh in my mind, I realized that, they were just trying to communicate what they were trying to communicate, and I was trying to communicate what I was trying to communicate, and they were in opposition, and it made everything go a lot smoother, and it actually didn't damage the relationship because it was both a business and a working relationship, because it's a place that I use regularly. So it was just a very powerful tool, very nice to have that. And there are many other takeaways from that class, but that just stuck out the most because I use it the most consistently. And then going into Sean there, you see the book back here. I'm working through that. I've started too many books. I need to just get going on and one finish them all top to bottom. But yeah, so the tools that I learned in the other classes, were things I could apply to my day, which is nice because something that could have been a problem up here and may have caused a low and more ups and downs. Okay, I can handle this. Okay, this is new, and all of the ups and downs. Well, applying these tools I learned in the other classes allowed me to be more consistently on top of my game, or however you want to say that. And so when that energy is not diverted towards problems or potential problems, because I have these new tools equipped to deal with things, it allows me to allocate more resources, mental, physical, my team's resources, towards things like looking at aligning marketing and sales. And so I actually launched my own marketing campaign at the end of this month, and we'll see how that's going to go. But it is something that I may not have had the time or ability to spend resources on and plan it correctly with current data without those other tools. And then listening to someone like Sean, who is out there not just talking about and writing about it, but doing it on a regular basis. So it was really neat to get that angle and that perspective. And then I can't leave the presentation here without talking about the benefits of the mentoring as well with Eric. And so I'm sure there's a quote out there somewhere, not anybody that I'll name specifically because I can't think of one, but there's something that says, and I'm sure maybe somebody knows a quote, but you know, it's not always the most intelligent person that has the most success, but smart people can really be defined by the smart people that they have around them. And so when you're trying to be an expert in your trade or when you're a specific industry, it's great to surround yourself by people that are experts in other arenas or other areas. And getting an outside perspective from someone like Eric, who, that's his job. That's what Eric is an expert at, giving that outside perspective and facilitating growth and information and implementing new tools was just a very very valuable aspect of class and a great experience. And so I couldn't just pick one thing from in particular, but as you can see, I think it was a combination of just everything, of all of the experiences throughout the class that really shaped the overall benefit and made it such a positive experience. So overall, the class was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Crystal, as well, and Alex, and everybody. Hope I didn't forget anybody. It was great meeting everybody else in the class, and yeah, it's just a class filled with great tools, great people, and it's been great. So thank you very much.